Greek, we're the Hebrew Israelites, and I'm out here through the spirit of Yahweh, Mahashem, Yahweh Shai, the one who ignorantly called God in Christ, right? Wake up, you people of Negroid and Latino and Native American Indian descent. You make up the 12 tribe of the nation of Israel, and I'm out here for y'all, right? And to prophesy the downfall of America, which is known as Babylon the Great, according to the Bible, is going to be destroyed in the Third World's nuclear war. Thus saith the Lord, right? America will be destroyed in the Third World's nuclear war. So watch the news and you see what's going on. You see it's evident. You see it's evident. All right? You see what's going on, right? They're doing false flag attacks to move into Syria, right? To move into Syria, right? Syria have a contract with Iran. If they go to war, Iran go to war. Understand? So now we're seeing this thing in motion. This thing is moving along. Understand? Because it's in the Third World Nuclear War, right? When Iran get into war, and when Iran get into war, then Russia get in, and then China get in. All right? All are going to fight against America and their allies before American allies turn against them. All right? Let's go to Revelations. Revelation 8, verse 13, it says, "And I beheld and heard an angel flying through the midst of heaven, saying with a loud voice, Woe, woe, woe to the inhabitants of the earth, by the reason of the other voices of the trumpet of the three angels which are yet to sound." Revelation 9:14. Revelation 9 and 12. "One woe is past, and behold, there come two more woes thereafter." Those three woes, let me clear that up, those three woes are symbolic to World War I, World War II, and World War III. And right now he says one woe is past, World War I is done and gone, and there come two more woes hereafter. Alright? Revelation 11, verse 14, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Right? World War II is done and gone. And we're in now the Third World War that's coming quickly. Right? The Third World War coming quickly. Right? And we see how far we're in it right now. Right? Because as soon as the bombs start dropping on Syria, Iran is going to get dragged in through Syria. Alright? When Iran gets dragged in, then Russia is going to get dragged in. Then China is going to get dragged in. Right? And that's going to be your axis. Right? That's your Axis power right there. Right? And with that, you're going to have North Korea. Right? You're going to have Syria, Iran, right? North Korea, Russia. All of them are going to get into this Third World War. Right? That is your Axis power. Then you're going to have America and their allies, the EU, which at the end of it are going to turn against America. And they all are going to shoot their missiles on America. It's going to be destroyed. Alright? Second Ezra 15 verse 14, it says, "Woe to the world." Woe again in destruction, right? The third woe here. Woe to the world and to them that dwell therein. Right? Woe. Right? To the world. And to all that are dwelling in the world. All the inhabitants of the world. Right? Why? It says, "For the sword and their destruction towards nigh." Right? For the sword and their destruction towards nigh. And one people shall stand to fight against another, and swords in their hands. We're going to have one nation against another nation. Right? This battle is going to be on all levels. This battle is going to be on all levels. Right? We're going to have one nation against another nation. Race wars. Right? We're going to have rich against poor, class wars, right? And you're going to have neighbor against neighbor, friends against friends. Understand? To show that everybody's going to be battling. All right? Let's get that. I'll read that one more time. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draws nigh. And one people shall stand to fight against another people, and sword in their hands. And I said, that's on all levels. One nation against another nation, race war. The rich against the poor, class wars. All right, let's get on 2nd Ezra. 2nd Ezra 6, verse 24, it says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. How you going to have that? Friends going to fight against friends like enemies. Neighbors shall fight against neighbors like enemies. If you saw that Twilight Zone episode, right, when they had that nuclear war jumping off, right, and one of them run down in the bunker, and all his neighbors who were cool with him, who were friends with him, one of them dead, they want to kick his door in because he wouldn't help them out. He wouldn't let them come down into his bunker, right? So they were like, you know what, better us all die than for them to die and let him live. You see that? That's what you're going to have, right? That's what's going to take place. It says, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountain shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. Alright? It says, remember I just read, friends shall fight against friends like enemies, right? 2nd Ezra 15:50. But the 2nd Ezra 15:60. But there shall be sedition among men. This right here, sedition, means an uprising against the government. So sedition among men is you're going to have a civil war taking place. You're going to have a civil war here, right? It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another, right? They're going to be attacking each other. So you're going to have nation against nation, right? That's a race war. The rich against the poor, civil war. Militias and patriots against the government, right? That's a civil war. Again, let me say that again. You're going to have nation against nation. That is a race war. You're going to have rich against the poor. That is a class war. You're going to have the militias and patriots against the government. That is a civil war. Right? The people against the government. That is a civil war. Right? They shall not regard their kings, and the course of their action shall stand in their power. All right? They ain't going to regard the kings or the princes, right? And the course of their action shall stand in power. Let's go to James. As I said, they're going to have wars on all levels. Wars on all levels, right? This is the rich and the poor, right? It says, go to now. This is James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your misery that shall come upon you. Alright? Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries are going to come upon you. That's talking about the international bankers, the Rothschilds, the DuPonts, the Gettys, the Bears, the Oppenheimers. Alright? And even you, down to you Israelites who sell your soul to get riches. Right? Be it you athletes and you entertainers. Weep and howl for your miseries is going to come upon you. Let's get Proverbs. Alright, and that's just read. Go now, you rich men. Weep and howl for your miseries are going to come upon you. You know why? You know why? Proverbs 11:4, it says, riches profit not in the day of wrath. The riches profit not in the day of wrath. Right? All your fiat currency, all the money you have in your bank, right? What is it going to profit you in the day of wrath? Right? All your expensive cars, your Bentleys, your Ferraris, your Lamborghinis, so forth, so on. What shall that profit you in the day of wrath? Right? It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteous deliverance from death. See, righteousness Right? The righteousness is what's going to deliver you from death. You understand? The righteousness is what's going to deliver you from death. Alright? Let's go back to James 5:1. James 5:1. Don't deny you rich men. Weep and howl for your misery shall come upon you. Why? Because riches profit not in the day of wrath. Alright, we get that clear. Alright? You can't buy your way out of what's coming. You ain't going to buy your way out of it. Alright? Your riches are corrupted. The garments are moth-eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered. Shit, in this case, American gold is tungsten. Right? American gold is tungsten. It is cankered. Right? And the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasures together for the last days. Ye have heaped up riches for the last days that we're in right now. Right? Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud. Right? Who reaped down your fields, man? The ones you have working. Right? The Ishmaelites. Right? Matter of fact, the Israelites. We were born here as slaves. You have reaped down your field. Right? And you've kept back by fraud. Right? Meaning, for all our labor we put in, you said you're going to give us 40 acres in the mule, and we haven't gotten it. You've kept back by fraud. Alright? It says, and the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of hosts. Our cry that we have been crying out to the Most High, He's heard. The Lord has heard our cry. Right? He's heard our voice, man. Right? And now, it's time for you to get our payback. It's payback time. Right? It says, ye have lived in pleasure on the earth, and been wanton. Ye have nourished your heart as in the days of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just. Again, the Israelites, ye have condemned and killed God's people. Lynched us, raped us, tortured us. Used us as your guinea pigs, as experiments. Right? You have condemned and killed the just. And he does not resist you. And that we had no power to resist you. The power was never in our hand to resist you. So you do with us whatever you please. Because we had no might to fight. Right? Be patient therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth, and has long patience for it, until he receives the early latter of the rain. Understand? But the Lord said to be patient and wait upon him. Alright? Because what? He's going to deliver us, man. Right? And recompense the tribulation that you have put upon us. You're going to reap it. Alright? It's going to be a retribution, man. Understand? There's going to be retribution. You understand? I know you think it's crazy. Right? Somebody standing out in the rain, prophesying against you, telling you of what's going to happen, telling you of your downfall. You Edomites, right? Judgment is coming upon you, and ain't no man can save you. None can save you. Alright? Ain't no man can save you. Right? Even though hand joined in hand, the wicked shall not be unpunished. Don't care how much Israelites you hold on to in here, and claim how much you love, and you ain't got no hatred in your heart, you're still going to be punished. Right? You're still going to be bondage. Alright? You're going to reap what you have sown in the earth.